Hello everyone, this is revision video of chapter number 3, Strategic Management of CA Inter. We have already recorded the video of this whole chapter in Hindi, but there are some students who are requesting that the video should be recorded in English also, so that language should not become a barrier. So for that we have made an effort to record this whole video in English. There might be chances I might use some Hindi words because I have the habit of using that, but that will not become barrier to understand the chapter. You will understand it perfectly well. My request is that you should have notes in your hand while watching this video. It can be your module which you have already with you, or you can also take the print of the notes which are uploaded with the YouTube videos, right? Let's start. So what is all about chapters? Well, chapter is all about internal environment. So what is internal environment? Well, there are two types of environment. First is external environment and second one is internal environment. When I say those factors which are outside the control of the entity and regularly keep influencing the entity, those are considered as external environment. For example, changes in the society, for example, changes in your government, for example, changes in the laws. These all are the factors which are not in the control of the company, but yes, they keep impacting regularly to the company. So these are external environment, but there might be some entities or some persons who just impact the entity only, and entity have a good control on how they react, are considered as factors of internal environment. Sometimes they are also considered as your stakeholders. And that's why the first part of the chapter which we will be discussing is stakeholder metrics. Then we will be discussing what are the factors which are necessary to understand the industry in which you operate, to understand the market in which you operate, to understand the customers, to understand the marketing techniques. And then finally we will be talking about some strategies which you can adopt in order to fight off the competition. Let's start discussing each topic in detail. First of all, who are considered as stakeholders? Well, every person who have stake in the success of company are considered as stakeholders. In basic sense, if any person impact your profitability, if any person impact your decision making, is considered as stakeholders, or who is interested to know what much profit the company have earned. So 5 examples are given in your textbook, in which first stakeholders is shareholders, CEO and BOD, major vendors, consumers and employees. Every stakeholders want something from the company. When I say company, here we are dealing with the perspective of manager. We are not talking about board of directors. We are not talking about your CEO. Well, I am talking about a regular general manager, and a regular general manager have responsibility with them. They have to satisfy so many of the persons who have their interests which are absolutely contradictory. For example, if I talk about shareholders, I'll ask him, shareholders, what do you want? Now he's telling, sir, I want that our company should have innovation. I want that our company have good return on investment. I want that company should do some CSR activities. I want that in every magazine our company should be in the top ranking. These all are the requirement of shareholders. But when I ask about CEO, somewhere he will be in the line with the things which are demanded by the shareholders for a very simple reason. Well, CEO or the board of directors are usually appointed by the shareholders only. So for them, the aims are in the sync. But if I talk about other 3, their demands are absolutely contradictory with the first 2. For example, if I ask major supplier, what do you want? Now the supplier tells, we want that our order size should be increased. We want that we should have a good margin. So kindly could you pay some more amount to us? Kindly you can order more from us. Well, if I pay a more amount to the vendor, how will I ensure that my return of investment are good for my shareholders? Because that is the ROI which is impacted by the cost and the revenues of the company. So I cannot satisfy both at a point of time. I need to create a balance between these two. If I talk about customer, what do you want? Customer tells, we want value for money. For every single penny we pay, for every 1 rupees, we want that it is worth it. Sometimes we go for a movie which is charging rupees 600 to watch a show. And when you see, the movie is not that much interesting because might be the story of the movie was good, might be the actors were good, but that were not that much good to charge 600. If the same movie would have launched at rupees 150, then the customer would have told, I got the value for money. because by just spending rupees 150, I got the comfort, I got the story, I got the acting lineup, everything I got. So that is value for money. Sometimes you need a less amount of price to give that much amount of benefits in order to ensure customers get satisfied. It's like ki my paisa got vasool, right? So that is the case. Consumer wants continuous supplies, consumer want continuous innovation, consumer want better deals, everything. If I talk about employees, what do you want? Is selling wages, benefits, job stability, everything I want. Well, because the interests are contradictory and as a manager I have to satisfy these much stakeholders, I need to see who are in the priority. And in order to ensure to see who are in the priority, there is a stakeholders matrix which is given, and the name of the matrix is Mendelow's stakeholders matrix. Sir, what is this matrix? This matrix says just take two factors. On one side take the power, on another side take the interest. Sir, what is power? Well, power is how big this stakeholder is. For example, if I talk about government and if I talk about Forbes magazine, well, government is a very powerful stakeholder and Forbes magazine is not that much powerful. So I'll keep in the category in order to ensure that government should be placed in the high power sector. And if I talk about other stakeholders, like for example, media houses or magazine, I'll keep in the low power sector. That first factor after considering, we will say interest. How much they are interested in daily activities of the organization. For example, government is a very powerful entity. Government will have a power in your company. Government can absolutely destroy you or absolutely create you. But stakeholders, if I talk about stakeholders, shareholder is also one of them. Well, shareholders also keep a good power on your company, a good grip on company, and he have a major influence on your company. But these are not equally interested in the success of the company. If I ask any person whether government is more interested or shareholder is more interested, the answer would be, sir, obviously shareholder will be more interested. And the reason behind that is because the sir, shareholders have literally invested a good amount of money in your company. So basically for him, you are everything. For government, there are so many companies. So in such case, I place the criteria of interest, those who are not that much interested in the success of organization and those who are very highly interested in the success of organization. Now after placing, let's say there are 4 boxes, like for example, high power with the low interest are bank, government and customers. A good power can influence you. Bank have given loan to you. Government, obviously, you can raid in your business organization. Customer can reject your product. They have a good power, but they are not that much interested as compared to your shareholders, CEO and BOD for a very simple reason. For them, there are many options. So on one side, when I say high power, low interest, these are some stakeholders. If anyone asks what to do with them, well, consult them, ask them. For example, ask your bank, can I do something for you? Not that much, but for government, you can ask, can I do something for you? For customer, do you want some specific product for yourself? So in such case, you should ensure that their interests are taken care of, because sometimes they can be hindrance to your new ideas. Keep them satisfied. So first category we have understood, sir. Second category. Well, second category is where the persons are keeping high power on you and they are highly interested in the success of organization. For example, shareholders, CEO or BOD, they keep a good power on your company. They can also remove you, but they are also highly interested on your company. Keep managing them closely, involve in every decision making, engage them everywhere, bring a strong relationship with them. They are the key player. You cannot ignore them. Then your third category of person, so low power with the low interest. Monitor. Why monitor? Because sometime your low power can become high power. For example, media houses. Until you are there in the media, you are the topic of every minute of them, you are rest assured that we don't know to deal with them so much. But let's say you are the topic of hour. Like for example, when there was a case going on by Hindenburg on Adani, for Adani, this media house were shifted from low power influence sector to the high power influence sector. So in such case, now I have to take media seriously also, because they can also create me or destroy me. I have to cater them. I have to make sure that their every query is handled well. So in such case, I need to ensure that these media houses are properly dealt with. So there might be chances that for currently, for a few months, the media houses is in the low power sector, but there might be chances that their shifting can also be done to the high power sector. We need to keep ensuring, we need to keep monitoring. Generally, occasionally keep engaging them. They are the low priority sector, but they can become your high priority. And finally, the fourth one, who are highly interested in your success and default, but they are not holding that much power. For example, your employees, legal experts or vendors. Well, involve them also in decision making, utilize their key skills, utilize their key inputs in decision making. Where there is expertise required or interest required, then in such case ask your employees, do you have any suggestions? Keep them informed, right? This help us to build a relationship with them also. So these are the 4 metrics which we need to study in Mendelow's metrics. Well, first of all, you have to study what are the type of stakeholders are there, and then yes, we have already covered this topic in detail, right? Now the next part of the topic is strategic drivers. What is strategic drivers? Well, strategic drivers, there are 4 strategic drivers which drives your strategy. Name says everything. Those factors which drives your strategies are considered as strategic drivers. To gauge the importance, this topic is newly introduced in this recent syllabus. Well, strategic drivers talk about 4 key drivers. Industry and market influence your strategies, customer influence your strategies, product or service influence your strategies, and finally channel influence your strategy. We will be studying each drivers in detail. For example, first, industry and market. Well, what is market, sir? Market is a place where buyer and seller meet. It can be virtual also, like for example online also, or it can be physical also, and they decide. Buyer decide the amount which he is ready to pay for that commodity, and seller decide in which price he want to sell, right? So there is a discussion in the market. This market is very important for us because the market decide the pricing also, and market holds the competition also. Market refers to all the buyers and sellers of particular product or service. So it would be incorrect to say market is same for all business. Well, it is different for every business, right? So in such case, you need to analyze industries and market. A very, very, very important discussion on strategic group mapping. Dekho, see, for us, every competitor is not our competition. Like for example, I'll talk about car market. Maruti Alto can never become a competition for Toyota's Innova. Sir, why? Because of the size of the car. Any person who is going for the Maruti Alto will not start thinking ki let's take Toyota. For a very simple reason, when customer has gone to the store to buy the Maruti Alto, there are 2 factors which he kept in the mind. I want a low budget car and I don't want a very high sitting capacity. But the person who is buying Toyota has a key requirement that my car should be big, my car should be SUV. So in such case, these are not the direct competition, and Toyota Innova strategy cannot affect the Maruti Alto's decision making. So we need to study who is your recent highly probable competitor. For an electric car, the highest competition would be the person who is also selling the electric car. So we need to see who is our key competitor in order to gauge that our strategy should be in sync with him. So in such case, we have to understand a tool which is given over here. It is strategic group mapping. Sir, what is strategic group mapping? Take any 2 factors. There are so many factors given as an example. For example, what are your distribution channels? What are the qualities of the product? What are the technological advancement of the product? What are the technical assistance you are giving? There are so many factors. Let's say I'll explain this example by taking 2 factors into the discussion. In one side we have considered model, and on another side we have considered price. Well, on the price segment we have kept 2 indicators, high and low. Well, Mini Cooper is a brand which is plotted at the high indicator. Baleno is also at a high pricing segment car. And on the second axis we have taken hatchback, sedan or SUV. And we have plotted, for example, Mini Cooper is a type of car which is hatchback but has a good price. Same goes for Baleno. But in case of Maruti Alto, Wagoner or Nano, they are also an hatchback, but they have a low price. Maruti Brezza or Tata Nexon are a SUV with a low pricing segment. In the same segment, Hummer and Range Rover are the person which are carrying high price, but they are also an SUV. Now, after plotting the every model, make an circle around them on the basis of how many cars are sold of this type in whole industry, gauging the total market size in order to ensure which circle is the biggest circle. Now the circle which is the biggest circle is the circle which is capturing the most of the market. And if you are falling in that circle, for example, let's say Tesla is falling in the second circle, so in such case, Tesla don't have to think about what Maruti Alto is bringing, what WagonR is bringing. Tesla just have to ensure that Rolls-Royce or BMW 7 Series, what are the changes are made in these cars, what are their pricing strategies. So we need to directly gauge who is our direct competitor, and that can be gauged through strategic group mapping. You are trying to understand which is your strategic group. Now what is your strategic group? Well, the group that make the same set of strategy as which are made by you. So in such case, it is difficult in the first glance to plot all these in the axis, but after understanding, you see that this is not our competition which we were first afraid of. My competition is this much only, right? So in such case, that is the case over here. So strategic group mapping is such tool. Well, let's understand some points. सबसे पहले you have to identify competitive features that differentiate firms in the industry, typically on the basis of price, geographical coverage, vertical integration. Let's say कि any two factor which you can take. Then first you have taken the two factors, plot the firm on two variable map, assign firm that fall in the same strategies. Like for example, ABC have same strategies, GHI have same strategies, and then draw circle on the basis of their proportionate size to the total industry sales, and accordingly meet your strategic group and make your strategies as per them. Now the second part is customers. We have understood how to gauge your industry, how to analyze. Now how to analyze customer. Before analyzing customer, you need to differentiate between these two persons. Who are your customers and who are your consumers? Sir, these two terms are same only? Definitely not. Well, the difference main between the customers and the consumer is one is consuming your product and another one is making the purchasing of that product. For most of the cases, these two are the same only. For example, I want to purchase car for myself. I've gone to the showroom, purchased the car, drive it to my home, enjoy it. I am the customer, I am the consumer. But my nephew wants burger of McD. Now he is a consumer, but he don't have money to pay for that, and I am with him and I am making the decision. Well, burger is not a good choice, let's eat pizza. Now I am the customer and he is the consumer. And this happens every time. In case of toys segment, in case of diapers segment, well, diaper segment is a segment where baby cannot tell, na, I want Huggies diaper. At that point of time, the parent have to make decision. In case of coaching industries from 1 to 10th standard, usually the consumer is the student, but the decision making is in the hands of parent. So you need to understand who are your customers and who are your consumer, and kindly make a differentiation between them. Because for a customer, the pricing will play a very important role, and for a consumer, the value which he is getting from the product will play a very important role, and you need to sync their mindset. For example, when McDonald's bought Happy Meal, so in such case, he thought about the consumer also, and he want the decision making to be satisfied also. He want the customer to be satisfied also. When the team were in the meeting, the chief of the McD told, we want something that satisfy our consumer also and customer also. Let's think about that. Consumer is a person who is of the age around 5 to 10 years, and he wants that I should get a good burger, French fries, Coke, and along with that, let's say something to play with. Well, our customer want that our meal which they are feeding to their child should be budget friendly, and they introduced the concept of Happy Meal, where they were saying that ki bhai, while introducing the Happy Meal, the children will get the toy and combination of different products, and the customer is also satisfied by, because he have to pay a very reasonable amount of money for that Happy Meal, a budget friendly Happy Meal. So we need to study who are your consumers and your customer, and accordingly customers we have to study who are our high value customer, medium value customers, and low value, and accordingly decide. Different customers may have different needs. You have to make sure that you satisfy the need of majority. So that is the discussion between customer and consumer. A simple bifurcation, yet extremely important for strategy build up. Consumers are the one who are finally using the product, while customers are the buyers of that product. Well, the one who consume is consumer. Well, who one buy is the customer. A customer can be a consumer and vice versa. But for strategy team, especially marketing team, it is important to understand customers and consumer. Our example is given of baby diapers. We got the perspective, sir. And this is important for MCQ's viewpoint. While deciding the price of the product, customer should be in your mind. While creating the value, consumer should be in your mind in order to ensure that everyone is satisfied. Now, the third key strategic driver is our product which we are making and the service which we are delivering. Well, product can be of different types. For example, industrial product, there are the product which are used by the industries, for example, machines or raw material. There are consumer product which are directly consumed. There can be differentiation on the basis of size, shape, color, packaging, after sales service, everything. But the thing is, you have to ensure that product should be different, at least physically or psychologically. Sir, physically we understand. How psychologically? Well, that is the place where marketing comes into the picture. Physically, when I say product is different, so in such case there are two mobile phones, let's say one in my hand, another one in, and these two are different. Samsung foldable phones is there. I understood the difference. But sir, psychologically, how it can be different? Both the phones are same only, but of different brands. Both the phones are same only and of different brands, but the phone number one have created the legacy, have created the culture, have made the fan following, and always represented themselves with the innovation. So in such case, psychologically, they have differentiated themselves among every audience. Whenever the audience pick their product, they always feel that they are promoting the innovation. So in such case, there might be chances the features are same, the pricing is also same, but still consumer want to buy the product number one for the intangibles which are hitted every time in the marketing, in the mindset of the company. So we need to ensure that differentiation should be psychological or physical, but there must be some differentiation. For psychological differentiation, you have to do a very set of marketing, and there are some tools, there are some techniques of the marketing which is important from exam perspective. Let's understand one and one in detail. The short word is SAD scores to DP, where S stands for social marketing, A stands for augmented marketing, D stands for direct marketing, S stands for service, C stands for company marketing or concentrated marketing is the better word. Well, I have written the words beside them. Kindly understood that, right? What is social marketing, sir? Well, we know what is marketing. We want to spread certain message to the audience, right? That is marketing. When I say social marketing, matlab, we want to serve any social message among the audience. We want that marketing should be designed, implemented and controlled in a way where any social idea which want every individual to accept should be accepted by the audience. For example, smoking campaign in the Delhi. When smoking campaign in the Delhi was launched, the main idea of the marketing is to promote the anti-smoking audience. In such case, all the hazards of the smoking were creatively planted in every place of Delhi. So that is the case over here, where you want to change any ideas or acceptability of the social idea. You want that any social idea should be accepted among all, right? Any practice should be accepted among all. That is social marketing. So what is augmented marketing? Well, augmented marketing is delivering something extra. When I say augmented, you should always remember the word additional. What is augmented marketing? That along with the product, you are providing additional customer services and benefits to the customers beside core and actual product. For example, your product was car, but Toyota went further steps and told whoever buys Toyota car will get their servicing benefit within 60 hours. Now that is something which they delivered extra and for which customer is purchasing. So in such case, you are delivering something extra to the audience. That is augmented marketing, where you are providing additional customer services or benefit beside the core and actual product in the form of introducing some high-tech things, right? For example, while delivering the mobile, the shop owner says, if any default is noticed in the mobile in any time, not only about 2 years or 3 years, bring it to me. I'll make sure that everything is correct. I'll repair everything for free. Now that is something which is extra. That is augmented marketing. What is direct marketing? Well, everything which we see, our product is there, and you are telling, advertising everyone. For example, classes usually use pamphlets and all to market themselves. That is direct marketing. Relationship marketing, a very good way. Well, relationship marketing is not about creating the new customer, it's about maintaining the existing customers. I'll give you the example of Cred. Well, Cred, we all know it is an application which mainly gives the entry to the CIBIL score of 750 and above. I don't know the exact figure, but it may be 700 or 750 and above. To be specific, a good credit card holder who never defaulted, or let's say he have defaulted but have improved its score, and make sure in their application they get the daily reminders to pay the credit card, and along with that also benefit of using the credit card. Well, I heard the story where it is told that Cred application have given some extra benefit to their credit card holders. When Sunburn party was organized in Goa, at that point of time, there was a huge queue or line for other than Cred holders. But for the Cred holders, there was a small setup which is already arranged by Kunal Shah by tying up with the Sunburn and told that Cred holders should stand in this line, and the line is very short of 10 to 15 minutes. Now that is something which your customer cherish. I guess when I heard the concept of relationship marketing, I was wowed, because you never thought that existing customers should also be get some extra benefits. So here you are. For example, let's say recently in case of our World Cup, there was some matches which were very famous, India Pakistan or semi-final one. So in such case, the ticket opening or the ticket booking was very difficult, but at that point of time bank have already reserved some tickets for their customers, for their cherished customers, and told everyone that these are for our customers by calling them, hello, you are our renowned customers and we want to give you these much tickets free. Now that is something which customer flaunt about. I have tie up with these and all, I am the customer of these and they've offered me this exclusivity. So that is relationship marketing. That is often airline also offer free launches and all, right? Service marketing, just like when you want to market the goods, it's goods marketing. When you market the service, it's service marketing, right? So services are, a peculiar feature about is that person have to visit the store in order to, get the benefit of service. But yes, service marketing is there. Person marketing, sir, what is person marketing? Well, person marketing is quite famous these days. So many film stars, so many political parties are visiting different podcasts and marketing themselves. For example, Nikhil Kamath and Nitin Kamath, they were not that much active in 2017 or 18 era, to be specific. But currently, if you see in every podcast, I get inspired by listening both the Kamath brothers, how they maintain their fitness. But yes, they are marketing about themselves. They are keep trying to stay in the picture. They want that their name should be heard again and again. And the same is done by political parties, Piyush Goyal or any ministers, right? So in such case, that is the person marketing, where persons can be marketed. And then companies marketing, for example, Adani have created, maintain or change the attitude and behavior of target audience. When fraud was discovered, the Gautam Adani, immediately he asked his PR team to arrange a session with the media. And in media he told fraud has not happened, ensure that our company is fraud free and all, right? That is the case over here. Place marketing, very famous, right? For example, Gujarat has initiated the place marketing. Rajasthan also done the place marketing. Same, South India also done the place marketing, right? Ooty has also done the place marketing ad. So when I say place marketing, you are trying to create, maintain or change the attitude and behavior of the people towards particular places. There might be in future that Jammu Kashmir gauge for the place marketing by gauging the confidence of the audience that we are a safe haven is point of time. We are safe to visit, right? There is a perception of some kind of people that Jammu Kashmir is not safe nowadays, but currently it is very safe. So that is the case, place marketing. And then there is a enlightened marketing, differential marketing, synchro marketing, concentrated marketing. These 5 I've left, but these 5 are very important, because all the above topics which we have studied until now can be understood through the name, but here the concept is a bit of tricky. So when I say enlightened marketing, matlab See, this is the age where customer do not want to see what your products are offering. They have enough of information. For example, what your product are offering and better than competition, I don't want to hear from you. I have Ditto app. I have Policy Bazaar to compare the insurance. So why should I hear that HDFC Life Insurance is best for me? I have some insurance app to compare. I want the purpose which you are serving. I want something innovative. Like for example, meme marketing is a bit of innovative market. I want sense of mission so that I can attach myself to you. So in such case, this has arise the concept of enlightened marketing, which are applied by Wheel, Red Label and Nike. Because of the time constraint, I'll give you the example of Wheel. We know that Wheel is a brand which offer washing detergents. Well, Wheel wanted to give an idea that in India, men and women should equally allocate the task, household task among themselves. There was a bit of picture created, especially in the North India, where female usually considered for the household chores and men is usually not considered for the household chores, and usually the responsibility is not shared between them. So the campaign was launched, and in campaign, every 1.5 minutes campaign has depicted the picture where the starting is done by male just being male, not contributing towards the work, and female is doing every work. She's very tired, also managing jobs along with the household chores. And then at the end of the advertisement, the male supports the female, and there the campaign comes that we should share the load. In fact, the campaign hashtag was share the load campaign. Now indirectly you have talked your purpose, that we are detergent powder, but we have a sense of mission and we are attached to that mission. Innovatively, without telling that much about our product, we have delivered something to you. So that is enlightened marketing. If I read, it is a marketing philosophy holding that a company's marketing should support the best long run performance of marketing system that is beyond the prevailing mindset. Its 5 principles are customer oriented, innovative, value marketing, sense of mission and societal marketing. That is innovative, should provide value to the customer, should have some mission and should serve the good for the society. Then comes the differential marketing, where say differential marketing is, which is applied by the Tata also for 3 segment of people. In first part we have studied that customer can be high price, low price or mid price. So considering 3 segment, they have created few brands, Zudio, Westside and many more rich brands, right? Same done by the HUL for the soap segment. They have Lifebuoy, Lux and Rexona for the popular segment, and Dove and Pears in the premium segment. So in such case, when I say differential marketing, matlab you are catering the differential customers by creating the new brand. For example, the one customer who just want a regular soap, for them you have created Lux, and to promote you have hired some stars, and the one who want premium, want to pay some amount of money but ensure that their skin do not get damaged, for them you have introduced Dove, and again you also hired. But the pricing difference is there between these 2 soaps, but this is differential marketing. That is, same company is marketing 2 set of customers by creating 2 set of brand names. Then there comes synchro marketing and demarketing. What is synchro marketing? Well, synchro marketing is to bring in the syncing. Now what is synchro marketing? Sometimes your capacity is very idle and sometimes your capacity is very full, and you want that over capacity should be handled by the under capacity. For example, there are the days from Mondays to Friday nobody visits our water park, and Saturday and Sunday even the rides are not free. You have to wait for 1 hour queue in order to get the enjoyment of that ride. For them you have launched the offer where you are telling for Tuesday and Thursday you are getting the prices 50% off. Now customer was first thinking to go on the Saturday might decide to go on the Thursday in order to ensure that he get the discount. That is synchro marketing, where idle capacity or overwork capacity are bring into the sync. Saturday and Sunday's demand is synced with the Tuesday and Thursday's demand, right? So that is the case over here. In fact, recently, for example, PVR have also launched a passport, but yes, we have discussed, there are so many examples, but one example is enough to understand the topic. Demarketing. Sir, what is demarketing? You want to reduce the demand, not to destroy, but reduce the demand. You don't want it to shift it to some other day, but you want to reduce the demand for a very simple reason. You don't want that mismanagement is on your shoulder just because the crowd was a lot of to manage. So in such case, there might be cases where, for example, let's say that classes, you want that you should have a limited seat of 60 persons only. So in such case, by default you tell that last 10 seats are available, after that no one will be allowed. And after 60 have been done, you advertise that batches are closed. You are very famous, but you have done demarketing in order to reduce the demand so that you can do proper management. Usually these are done by the zoological park, right? And demarketing can be applied to regulate the demand. What is concentrated marketing, sir? Well, concentrated marketing is a strategy where you are not going behind a large market, but rather you are going behind a niche audience. For example, I do not remember the name of that application which were InRide app. Well, InRide app have done the concentrated marketing. They identified a set of customer who want to bargain with the auto drivers, who want that Ola should not fix the price of the auto driver, who want to call the drivers and negotiate. No, it is not fine, you have to keep 50 only. So in such case, you are marketing, you are creating product just for that set of customers. That is concentrated marketing. That is your niche. Niche is audience. That is my audience. So that is niche marketing, right? For example, if anyone is advertising badges for South Indians, that is niche marketing. We want to order our audience. We want to cater our audience, right? That is concentrated marketing. And these are all of the strategic marketing technique. While making the product or marketing, you have to ensure that marketing should be customer centric. It provides sufficient returns through a reasonable margin and should increase your market share. Again, this is our third, and the fourth is channels. Sir, what are the channels? Well, channel. When I say channel, meaning how should I sell my product to the customers? Whether the customer will come to me and purchase the product, or do I need to be there at the doorstep of the customer in order to sell my product? How does industry operate? Is there any channel to sell my products to the customer? For example, there are 3 types of channel which you need to keep in the mind in order to ensure that your customer get the product timely. Sales, product, service channel. Sales channel. I am a company which manufacture AC. Sir, what is the name of your company? Symphony. My company's name is Symphony and I manufacture AC. Now, as a AC manufacturing company, I want to sell my ACs to all my customers, but my factory can be at the single location and I cannot say the customers, if you want our AC, come visit our factory. Well, that is not possible for me. I need to be there with the customer. I need to be at their doorstep. And that's why for a sales channel, I need 2 type of category of person to cover the large market, wholesaler and retailer. I need to select these channels through which I can sell my product. I need to select these agencies through which I can sell my product, and these are my sales channel. For a real estate market, for a housing market, the sales channel is the agent. Without agent, it's very difficult for us to sell individual flats of our residential building to the residential owners, prospective owners. Agent is required because owner also approach the agents to get the variety of choices. As a builder, if I'm making my building, I do not talk about the variety of the building which are going on at the same vicinity of the areas. I want that this building should be sold now. So customer will not approach me. Customer will approach agent who knows different choices and different prices. And that's why I need to ensure that I also give the option to my agent that whenever the customer comes, please bring it to us. We will pay certain commission to you. That is my sales channel. That is, customer is getting product from whom? Whether he is directly engaging with you, like for example, in case of Snitch company, he is directly engaging with the company through their website or through the physical stores, which they opened, I guess, in Bangalore only. But yes, that is the sales channels. Sir, what is product channel? Well, product channel is your transport channel. That how you deliver the product from your location to the customer. For example, everybody have seen the TV. If you see TV after 12 p.m., if you see after TV, at the midnight, in such case, you will get the ad of Naptol Liya Kya. Now, Naptol sells certain product, but they do not have physical stores in every location. They just, give advertisement in their TV. And if you order for them, the product channel is everything. That how they deliver from their location to your location. So that is your transport system. That is who delivers? Is it your postage company? Is it your transport delivery boy? Who deliver the product from sellers and purchasers? That is your product channel. And last is service channel. Sometime the product needs servicing also. Sometime the product needs installation also. So do we need to arrange for the installation? If yes, who will arrange? For example, if you are going to purchase geyser from certain person, so in such case you will ask na ki who will install the geyser? Do I need to arrange? If yes, I'll not buying from you. I'll buy from the person who is also providing me the installation service. That is your service channel. And sometimes installation is not in your hand. You have to hire certain person. You have to ensure that you have tied up with certain person that will install on your behalf. So that is your service channel, and these three channels become important for us in order to decide, in order to distribute our product. Basically, it is a part of place mix. Ki how should I decide my sales channel, product channel and service channel? And through these four factors, I've understood what are my key strategic drivers. What are my crucial strategic drivers? Now the first part of the chapter was stakeholders metrics. Then we understood what are your key strategic drivers. Now third part of the chapter is role of resources and capabilities for building core competencies. And after that we will be discussing business level strategy, in which there is cost leadership, differentiation and focus strategy. Well, let's keep that part to the second part of the video. I hope that you have understood whole part until now. I've discussed it very slowly, very thoroughly, right? Any doubt is there, the comment section is for you. Open it, and if you like the video, kindly comment, or also share it with your friends so that they can also watch these videos. Thank you very much for listening.